Hey, this is Jay. This is a quick tutorial for an n8n WhatsApp chatbot. So I guess I'll go ahead and show it real quick. We're just setting up a simple chatbot here that will be triggered by a WhatsApp message. It's going to take that message, send it off to GPT. I'm just looking to have it come up with some YouTube ideas based on what I send it. It's going to log both of the input and the output, so the message that comes in and then the response from GPT into a spreadsheet, and then it will reply with that outline idea back in WhatsApp. So if I go ahead and execute this workflow, let's go over here. I go ahead and message it. So let's say n8n WhatsApp integration and send. It should execute that. And hopefully we'll come back with a message here in a minute once GPT has done its thing. There we go. Here's an idea. Walk through connecting WhatsApp to n8n, setting up credentials, configuring the WhatsApp node, creating webhooks, and then demo 2 to 3 automations, auto reply, routing messages to Slack CRM, logging errors with deployment tips. Maybe we'll get to that stuff later. But as you can see, it worked. So let's walk through it a little bit. So to be able to kick it off, we need a WhatsApp trigger. But to be able to do that, you need to have a WhatsApp business cloud, I believe it's called. So basically, you're going to come to developers.facebook.com, and you're going to have to set up an app through Facebook. So if you haven't done that yet, you need to log in here. But once you've logged in, then you can go to My Apps. And so you should have your dashboard with all of your apps. So I've got a few apps that I've been testing around with. So if you go ahead and hopefully create your app if you have not done it yet, you're just going to fill out some information about your business. So just giving it a name and some other details. So you go ahead and create your app through that. So once you've done that, then you hopefully have created your app correctly. And then you should see a screen like this. So you'll have your app dashboard here. And so there's a little bit of setup here, but really all we need to do is we want to connect WhatsApp. And so you should have an option here to set up WhatsApp. So I've already done it, so it's down here at the bottom. But you should have another box here, probably towards the top here, that's going to say setup for WhatsApp. And when you do that, it's just going to take you to a WhatsApp screen like this. So I'll go ahead and click that. And hopefully, we'll land you on the quick start page. Not really much to do here except for start using the API, which is also over here. We just do API setup. And to be able to do that, we just need to generate our access token. So that gives us, it gives Facebook, I guess, access to whatever the app is. So in this case, it gives n8n access to be able to use our WhatsApp account, once we've already got it set up. And then just generate a test number, which I've done here. And then we'll have your phone number ID and WhatsApp business ID will be down here, which we'll need for later. And then the last thing, I think you do have to add your recipient phone number. So I'm using my personal phone number, so you won't see it, but I have added it as a recipient phone number so that I could actually test with it. So that's basically it. I kind of breezed through that a little bit because it's a little bit of a pain to get through all that, but hopefully you're able to get that done. But once you've got your app all set up in Facebook, then you should be good to go. So with all of those details, we can now start connecting up to n8n. So for WhatsApp trigger, first thing we need to do is we need to have a WhatsApp OAuth account. So to go ahead and if you don't have one, you would create new credentials. You need a client ID and a client secret. So going back to the Facebook developer page, the client ID and client secret is from the Facebook app itself that we created. So you go to app settings on the side here and then go to basic. You'll have your app ID, which is actually your client ID. So you'd copy and paste that. And then your app secret, which you'd click show here and copy that and paste it into your secret. So assuming that works correctly, then you hopefully will have a valid account connected. So with that, it's actually ready to receive messages. So that's also assuming that you were able to get through the WhatsApp API setup as well, because you need a phone number so that you could actually message it to be able to kick off the trigger. Then you can just message that test phone number directly. So you just go into WhatsApp and type in that phone number and then message it, and that should work. That's all I've done there. So I've got that connected. So that way, when I message it, I can do execute workflow, and it will be listening for that trigger to the WhatsApp message. So then after that, I just take the body of that text message, so the body down here, and put it into this template. So I just said, here's the text I sent myself for a video idea. Can you come up with a super brief outline for the idea? Just 2 sentences. And then here's the idea. And so I just dragged in the body of the text message that I sent in WhatsApp. So I'm able to access it, and then just told it to return its response in JSON. So just said outline, and then whatever it comes up with, outline here. And I did set it to always output as content as JSON. And so that's what it came back with just some content, or the outline in text. So then after that, I did connect to Google Sheets, and I have a really simple Google Sheets. So we're just doing an append row node for Google Sheets. Then I connected to my WhatsApp example sheet that I've created here. And I only have 3 columns here. I just have date, message, and outline. So the message is the one that I sent in, and then outline is what GPT came up with. So that comes back. So I just log those, and it's good to go. So once I've connected to that spreadsheet, and then that's just on sheet 1, so the first tab, then I map those columns manually. They could probably do it automatically. It's pretty straightforward here. But I did want to put the date in there, so I just did now. It might be able to derive that from something else, but I figured to go straightforward with that. And then the body, again, is the message body that was sent in originally. So just go back to the WhatsApp trigger and pull in the body. So drag that in there. And then the outline is just the message from GPT. So take the content from GPT, that outline value, and drag that in here too. And then it's good to go. So once you execute that, it'll add that row into Google Sheets, and you're good to go on that. And then I just go ahead and respond with that. So the last node here is a WhatsApp node again, but this one is a little bit different just because for some reason the webhook actually used the Facebook app ID. And so this actually, as far as the WhatsApp send message node, uses your WhatsApp account. So the credentials here are a little bit different. So you go ahead and create your new credentials. And so when you do that, you're going to add in your access token and your business account ID. So that comes back to what we talked about before. So when you're actually in developer.facebook.com and you're looking at your app, you're in the Facebook app, but you want to look at the WhatsApp connection here and go to the API setup. And so you would generate your access token here. So you'd click generate access token, and then you'd copy that once it comes up. And so that goes in as your access token here. And then your business WhatsApp business account ID, you just copy this here and plug that in as your business account. And so those are the credentials you need to actually message with WhatsApp, but those are different credentials from what you use to receive a message in WhatsApp. So once you've got those credentials connected though, hopefully that lines up, then your test number should show up as an option. So that lets you know that it actually successfully connected. And then it will send back to whatever the number was that was messaged from. So I just grabbed my phone number, which you won't be seeing, but I grabbed it from the original trigger and just dragged that in as the source. So from, and I just dragged that into here. And then we just respond with the message type of text and the text body of here's an idea, colon, and then I just dragged in the content from GPT that's sent earlier. So pretty straightforward. Once all that's working, then it'll let us message a pretty simple WhatsApp chatbot. That is it for this one. Hopefully that was helpful. It's a pretty straightforward workflow, but plenty of room to expand on it. Once you've got your WhatsApp connection set up, you can expand to a whole bunch of different things as far as, whatever you want to track and create more advanced chatbots. But hopefully this is enough to get you started. But let me know in the comments what you think, if you have any other questions or concerns about that, or if there's any other workflows or any other kind of automations you would like to see. I really appreciate the comments. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I will have a link with this workflow down below. So would be able to get to the JSON. Not the most helpful thing, but hopefully it gets you started. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.